Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Prairie Banana back with another presentation on TitanX. This ecosystem is exploding. I'm going to show you some things, some new projects, and a list of new projects, white papers, and I have a list of actual founder interviews also that you can have a look at these new projects that are coming out, building on top of TitanX to burn TitanX. But that aside, if you're brand new to TitanX, this is a video that you want to pay attention to. We're not going to talk so much about the projects that are building on TitanX as much as the token itself. The purpose of this video is to equip you to be successful in this ecosystem that Jake Sharp has started and others are building on. So we'll give people a moment to jump in here. We'll see how many people we have show up today. 2 weeks ago, there were 35. Last week, there were 25. And I got this out on Telegram a little bit this week and a little bit more on Twitter. So I'm hoping there will be more people show up. But the fact that you are here means a lot because I am happy to help only one person. So the purpose is to equip you to do well in this ecosystem. None of this is financial advice. Can you guys hear me? If you could put like a 1 in the chat, if you can hear me clearly. I think my mic settings are correct, but if somebody could just confirm that, that would be great. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. I have been only producing this content here, which is basically I just pop this in the microwave and repeat it weekly for people that are new. And then it gives them an opportunity to ask questions in the chat. So if you have a question, pop it in the chat and I'll address those questions. Make your questions crystal clear to me by putting a question mark before the question or putting it in all caps so that I can readily see that you have a question. All right. Okay, this is for brand new people. We're going to talk about 7 different things on this stream. And there are 2 people in here. One of the things I was going to say is that the token the price has been down from where we perhaps got accustomed to it being. And so there is a level of excitement that is less than there was before. And therefore, there are fewer people in here. I think that's what's going on. But there will be others jumping in if my experience is true here. Okay, we're going to talk about 7 different things. We're going to talk about security because there are some people watching that might be brand new to crypto. We're going to talk about what TitanX is. We're going to read the white paper. We'll review some excellent sites that are resources you can use in your TitanX journey. We'll talk a little bit about strategies, and we'll review some calculators that I've built that might be useful for you. And then we'll wrap things up with some little tidbits of information. Okay, so what is TitanX? Let's get right into it. Topic number 1, what is TitanX? Well, first, to me, TitanX is a first cycle token. What that means to me is that, and I'm a risk taker. If I wanted no risk, I would invest in Bitcoin and maybe get a 2 to 8x, something like that on this next bull run that we're probably already have 30% of it behind us. Well, but I'm a higher risk taker. Therefore, I like new projects. I also like some second cycle tokens, but I'm mostly invested in first cycle tokens, TitanX being one of them. A first cycle token is more likely to do either much better or much worse than a token that's been around for a while. And TitanX is one of those. TitanX is a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain. It was launched 92 days ago. It has had flawless operation. It was audited 3 times. First auditor found 6 bugs. Second auditor found one bug, easy fix. Third auditor was the most heavily incentivized of all three and found no bugs. So the code is practically perfect. I don't like to use that word, but it must be good. It must be good. So it was developed by Jake Sharp. I'm going to show you a picture of him. Here is the code writer. Okay. There he is. Follow him on Twitter. He's very active, very public in the crypto community. TitanX is a leverage play on Ethereum. So as Ethereum goes up, TitanX should go up. Okay, that's kind of how a leverage play works. It's fair crypto. It has no founder allocations, and there were no VCs. It was equally distributed to everybody. If you want a TitanX, you got to get it the same way the founder did, by swapping your Ethereum for it. We're going to talk about that. One of the things that you wanted to look at when you're picking a project is tokenomics. TitanX has excellent tokenomics, not seen before in the crypto. It's innovative. Okay, so it has excellent tokenomics, and this is how you pick a token. You're looking for great tokenomics, a thriving community, which Jake has developed, and public dev, which Jake is. Excuse me a second. I'm going to turn off the noisy thing on TitanX Watch, and I'm going to show you guys that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the token. 5 people in here. Great. If you do me a favor and, of course, like the video, I want to know where you are from, especially if you're outside of the United States. If you're outside of the United States, put where you're from. If you're inside of the United States, let me know where you're from. And if you have a question, I've decided this is my policy. If you have a question on my channel, you have to have hit the like button. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I have to stay on task on my list. We're going to read the white paper. Now, it's pretty much mandatory that people read the white paper. I'm in the Telegram chat a little bit. When people ask questions that are answered in the white paper, we would just refer them to it. So we are going to read the white paper, not entirely, but we're going to read it. DQ Crypto from Atlanta. Cool. Been there many times, of course, flying in and out. Virtual mining. We're going to talk about virtual mining. Let me show my screen here. DQ Crypto, are you new? Are you new to TitanX? Put a 1 in the chat or just a yes if you are. It'd be nice to have somebody to present this to. Ohio, Jose, welcome, man. Bienvenidos. Virtual mining. And let me put myself over here. 1 second. Because I want this to be as large as possible. Okay, in TitanX, the bottom line is you create your own tokens through mining. You can buy them, but it's more effective, more cheap to just mine them. So you hold your tokens. Let's see, I'm trying to skip some of this. This is a little bit confusing. I've done this a number of times, and I know a little bit more what to skip. You pick a mining time frame of anywhere from 1 to 280 days, and you choose your power. And we're going to get into that. Here's the formula. Now this it'll take a little long, but it won't take super long. And then we're going to get some of the good stuff up here. The mining, here's the mining cost formula. Now we're going to talk about miners. Miners can be created in 3 different ways. You can create a batch. This one, 2 different ways. This one has been eliminated. You can create a single miner. This creates just a standard single miner where you can batch mine. This allows you to automatically create up to 100 miners at a time. I'll show you this on the dApp. saving you the hassle of having to create miners individually. This also uses the contracts miner function to create your miners for you, so the outcome's the same. Okay. There are bonuses when you, excellent. We have somebody new to present this to. Excellent, DQ. Good. Glad you're here. There are bonuses for mining. Like if you buy TitanX off the market, you got TitanX that has bonuses behind it. Somebody else got the bonuses. But if we mine it, we get those bonuses. So right now there is an early adoption amplifier, and it ends on day 350. And I don't know what that is, but we're going to see it. So when you mine TitanX, you get an early adoption amplifier started at 10%. There's a burn bonus. I just got to remember to do this. This is for people that burn. You can get 8% extra on any new miner for a particular wallet. If you've burned 80 billion Titan, bonus starts at 0% for new wallets, and the more they burn, the more they get, up to 8%. It's like a royalty program. This is the most exciting bonus, and the one that most people can relate to: T-rank bonuses. If I'm going fast, it's because this has taken like an hour and a half to get through. So not the white paper part, mind you, just everything. And there's more this time. When you create a miner, you get assigned a T rank on that specific miner. It actually has like a code in it. It's a T rank code, every miner. This T rank determines where you start earning rewards from. And as people start miners after you, they give your miner bonuses. So this T rank bonus starts at, it's actually 3,500. It was supposed to be, it's in the white paper as 2,200. Somebody found it in the code as 3,500. So it's like a bonus on a bonus. I'm sure it was not an accident. It was just a misprint or something. Anyway, so it started at 3,500 extra per max power miner that starts after you. So it'd be 35 TitanX extra per 1 power after you. This is based on the mining power instead of T ranks to prevent whale abuse of bonuses. In essence, this means that you get rewarded for helping bring adoption to the ecosystem and helping it grow. If someone starts 100 power miners, you get a higher T-rank bonus. If somebody starts a 50 or a 1 power miner, you get the same T-rank bonus divided by 100, if that makes sense. So the T-rank bonuses have been very juicy. We've been enjoying those tremendously because as people come in, as this says, as people come in behind us, they're giving our miners T-rank bonuses in TitanX. Okay. Here's the mining power formula. Mining power explained. Let's see. Hold on. There are penalties. We're going to skip a lot. I really just want to get the highlights so we get on to the rest of this, and this doesn't need to take a long time. If you have any questions, go to the Telegram and ask your questions. You can ask them here, but Telegram is a great resource as well. There are penalties. Like if you start a 280-day miner, you have to end that thing. You get a 7-day grace period, but after that, you start losing that miner, and after 7 additional days, it's gone. It's stinking gone. All right, you see it right there. So be diligent and mark it down on your calendar. Send a delayed email or put something in your life that you have to come across. You do not miss your miner deadline. Due to blockchain data rating limits, each wallet can have a maximum of 1,000 miners and 1,000 stakes. I need to put this in here. In my introduction, what is TitanX? Let me just type this in real quick before I forget and say it at the same time. It's a mining and staking token. You can buy it. You can buy it off the market, or you can mine it. Then when you have it, you can stake it. Okay. And there are limits to how many stakes and miners you can have on each wallet, and it's 1,000 each. Mining ETH distribution. Does anybody find this helpful? Put a 1 in the chat if you find it helpful. For full details on mining, specifically go to virtual mining. We just read that. This page only talks about ETH that people use to create TitanX miners and what the TitanX protocol does with it. And this is interesting. Getting warm. This is what separates right here. This is what separates TitanX from other projects. Because when you start a miner, you're spending Ethereum, and that Ethereum gets distributed in a way that benefits the system, you and me. Okay? And here is how it gets distributed. 62% of the ETH gets sent to the decentralized buy and burn. We're going to look at those. And those buy and burns buy TitanX off the market via the WETH TitanX pair on Uniswap v3 and burn all the TitanX it buys. So 62% goes and it buys more TitanX and it burns it. So if you can imagine, as the price of Ethereum goes up and let's say the price of TitanX goes down, that Ethereum can buy more TitanX, okay? And it burns it. Reduced supply means increased rarity, which means increased demand, price, right? 28% of the ETH goes to the payout cycles used to pay out TitanX stakers based on their number of shares. So when you stake TitanX, you get a certain number of shares. 28% of the Ethereum used to start miners goes to those stakers, thereby they make, and when you stake TitanX, you earn Ethereum. You don't earn more TitanX, which is kind of cool. 7% of the ETH goes to the burn pool used to pay out TitanX burners based on how much they burned in the last 28-day period. And 3% goes to the Genesis wallet. Okay. Any questions? Pop them in the chat. Just put a question mark in front of it or put it in all caps. The daily update. Keeping on track here. All right. There are pictures on this one. For every new day that ticks over in the contract, these variables get updated. The ETH cost for miners goes up 0.08% every day based on the day before. Now notice this. Notice that it says based on the day before, because what that means is it like compounds. So the ETH cost for miners goes up 0.08% every day based on the day before. So the biggest jump was from between day 1 and day 2. The TitanX mineable per day of mining goes down 0.35% every day based on the day before. And that mimics the Bitcoin halvening. And we're going to have our halvening like in August or July, sometime in that. We can talk about that. The T-rank bonus goes down 0.35% every day based on the day before. And the share rate goes up. And the share rate is just how many TitanX do I need to have to buy a certain number of shares. And we're going to look at all that. This means that it always becomes harder and more expensive to get Titan for every day that passes. True statement. True statement. It becomes more difficult to get this stuff for every day that passes. This is a hyper-inflationary token. It's hyperinflationary and hyperdeflationary. Okay. Right now we are in our hyperinflationary phase. As a matter of fact, we just had our biggest payout day last Thursday, January 18th. I don't know that we have a bigger payout day except for probably August 3rd. So we may have passed through one of the most hyperinflationary periods in the history of this token in 90 days. So there is still an opportunity to make gains in this token, but eventually it is going to be deflationary. Okay. So the general rule of thumb, it's always better to mine today and stake today. So here are the start and end values. Okay, let's skip that. Hold on. Okay, here's an image that shows the cost in Ethereum to start a miner over time. We started at 0.2. Right now it's 0.21 something, I believe. By day 2000 or so, it's going to cost a full Ethereum to start one miner. And we know that if the cost of Ethereum is going up, it's trending up. So, at the top of this bull, it could be 10,000. So it could literally cost So a miner costs about $500 right now. It could literally cost double that. It could be easily double that, okay, to start a miner. The supply mineable per day of mining started at 8 million. And plus the T rank bonuses, it was 8.8 million, only for day one. And it goes down from there. The TitanX per day for mining started at 8 million, and it's going to go down to 800 by day 2000, something like that. The T rank bonus amounts started at 3,500, and then it has decreased. I don't know where we're at right now. The share rate started at 800, so you're going to need 800 Titan to buy one share, and it's capped at 2,800. You know, a number of years down the trail. So now pay attention to this. This is pretty exciting down here. And none of this is financial advice. This is all hypothetical, but this is really written into the code. This makes it simple to understand. Here's how this works. The cost to mine, I need a copy for this. One TitanX moves up 55,000x, and this is going to show you why, how. Because the cost per miner in ETH gets 5 times more expensive from 0.2 to 0.1 or to 1. The TitanX per day per miner goes down 11,000x from 8.8 million to 800. Combined together, that's a 55,000 price floor increase on the cost to produce one TitanX. But since the share rate moves up 0.03% every day as well, from 800 to 2,800, which is a 3.5x increase, this plus the thing above means the cost to produce one share in staking goes up from 55,000x times 3.5x or 192,500x. So the x's are built into the code. Yeah. All right. Staking. Let's move on to staking. And then I think that is the last section. Here's the last section, staking. You can stake to earn ETH. You get rewarded ETH whenever a payout cycle triggers based on your percent of the total share pool. So these are the payout cycles every 8, 28, 90, 369, and 888 days. When you stake your TitanX, you get shares based on the current share rate, you know, the 800 to 2,800. This share rate goes up every day. The minimum stake length is 28 days, so just less than a month. The max stake length is 3,500 days. And all share bonuses cap at day 2888. But if you wanted to continue getting the bonuses from day 2888 to day 3500, you just do a max link stake. It's totally up to you. And here are the payout cycles. So there is a payout every 8 days, and it goes on forever for the life of yours. Well, it'll go on in the code forever, but if you have a 3,500 day stake, every 8 days you're going to get a payout. It might be small because the 8-day payouts are a little bit, they're like the smallest one because they're more frequent. Okay. And then you see so on every 28, 90 and so on. Okay. Now we saw the mining ETH distribution, the ETH distribution. Remember that 62% goes to the buy and burn. 28% goes to the stakers. Well, of that 28%, this is how it gets distributed. 28% goes to the 8-day rolling payout. 28% goes to the 28-day rolling payout, and so on. And you see like the 369-day. Well, we just had our first 90-day payout. Okay, and that payout, that pool had been getting 18% of that 28% of Ethereum. And so a lot of people just got a nice juicy payout. And then the 369, 18%, and the smallest one is the 888 day, obviously, because it's like almost like 2.5 years, something like that. This never stops. These cycles will pay out forever as long as people participate in the protocol, and 28% of the ETH flows into the payout cycles for TitanX stakers. Yes, this also means sometimes 2 payout cycles can trigger on the same day, which is pretty cool. And that's happened at least once. Shares. When you stake your TitanX, you get shares in return. The number of shares, guys, if I'm going to flip back screens a little bit. in this presentation. If I forget to present and I'm talking to you like I'm presenting, please somebody let me know. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat because I did that last week. When you stake your TitanX, you get shares in return. Number of shares you get depends on the current share rate at the time of the stake, plus the bonuses below. There's a longer pays more bonus and a bigger pays more bonus. So the longer you stake for, the more shares you get, up to a 350% bonus. And that caps at day 2888. After day 2888, the bonus stays capped at 350, but you can still stake up to 3,500 days to earn as much yield as possible for as long as possible, as shares only get more expensive and much harder to get over time. There's a bigger pays more bonus. The more TitanX you stake in a single stake, you get up to 8% extra bonus on your shares, capped at 100 billion TitanX. The number of shares you have compared to everyone else determines your percent of the ETH payouts. For example, if you have 1% of all the shares, you get 1% of all the payout cycles triggered during your stake period. And just as with mining, there are penalties for not ending stakes. You pick the date for your stake to end, and when you start your stake, try to end on that day. If you're unable to on that specific day, you have a 7-day grace period to end, at which no penalties will be applied. Stakes are not allowed to be ended before 50% maturity, but you can EES, emergency end stake, at 50% maturity if you wanted to, but you would lose 50% of the Titan. It gets sent to a burn address, and you get 50% of the Titan in your wallet. If a stake is not ended for 1 week after the end date, it loses 1% of the Titan per day until 99% is lost after 100 days. That is it for the white paper. How about that, guys? Quick and easy. How long did that take? Like 15 minutes? Not bad. Actually, everybody hanging in here. We got 3 people. Sip of coffee, and we're going to get into some of the tabs on this, on my browser here. And man, guys, this ecosystem is becoming very vast. Prairie Banana intends to be pretty much a subject matter expert on this ecosystem so that he can teach new people how to use it. And that is proving to be a challenge. Guys, there are 17 projects building on TitanX right now. 2 of them have launched. All right, let's go. Present. 4 people in here. Welcome, guys. If you have any questions, post them in the chat. All right, we showed the founder. We ran through the white paper. Now we're going to talk through the app. And let me connect my wallet real quick because we are going to use it. Man, I hope I have this set up correctly. Yeah, it's going to give me a fit. Well, we can skip that part. I may try it again, but all right. So here is the dApp, the site where you go to start your miners, watch your miners, start your stakes, and watch your stakes. It's a beautiful, sticky app. It's sticky because it's not only is it attractive, but you end up spending a lot of time here watching your miner stack up T-rank bonuses and your stakes stack up Ethereum. Okay, there are other sticky sites as well. This is not the only one, but this is a very well done website, in my opinion. Obviously, you can connect your wallet here. And I love the Rabby wallet, but sometimes it doesn't connect for me properly. I am using Chrome. Maybe that's why. But there are these tabs across the top: mine, stake, payouts, buy and burn. Then there's a more tab with those underneath it, and a tools tab. Now, let's go through this. So if I was going to get TitanX today, if I didn't need it to get into one of the other projects, I would mine it. I want as much TitanX as possible. This is a very exciting project, and it's going to become, because it's hyperinflationary now and going to become hyperdeflationary, this token is going to become valuable, in my opinion. So I want to mine it. The mining tab is right here. So you're on the mining tab. Now, what do I do? Well, I need to have Ethereum in my wallet to start a miner. I'm just going to do a single miner. It's going to be, I want to max out the number of days because I want to max the number of TitanX, and I'm going to do a full miner power because I can afford it. I have enough ETH. It's going to cost me $487. Ooh, not bad. They were up in the upper 500s just a couple weeks ago. Oh, this is good timing, guys. And you're still getting over 1.2 billion TitanX at the end of this miner. That's a good deal. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. Now, if you're going to cut your length in half or whatever you want, you're still going to pay $487 for the miner. And what you can do is at that point, see, look, it's going to cost you $487, but the value, projected value before any bonuses, before the T rank bonuses, is $740. And if the price goes up on by day 140, let's say it goes up to 1,000, then you can take that 1,000 if you wanted to. You can take some profit, and then you can start another miner. Granted, you're not going to get as much TitanX for that miner, but you see the point. You can use the power of compound interest to increase your bags. But for this purpose, we're going to do a max length. Now, the length doesn't change the price, the cost. The mining power does. If you're going to do it for like a 50, you can do it for $244. If you're going to do a single, like a one, I don't know anybody that does that, it's going to cost you $5. Okay, you get the point. So we're just going to leave it at max. And this, you'd get 1.2 billion TitanX at the end of the miner, guaranteed. I mean, no matter the price, no matter the T rank bonuses, this is the TitanX you will get at the end of this miner. The market value right now is $1,211. Here's your ROI. Here's the price. And we have seen this price do, I lost to zero, man. I lost to zero, and oh man, I think it was a 10x above where it is now, something like that. And I speculate that it's going back. Absolutely. This is the number of miners that have been created in the system, 257,000. And this miner, when you start it, will be assigned, 257,229. The current Titan per day of mining. This is how many Titan per day of mining this that a miner can create. So, and then the early adoption amplifier is 7.4. That's going down. It's going to be gone by October, and then so on. The next difficulty increase means just the next day roll over. So we have 17 hours before we roll over to a new day. And normally I'm able to connect my wallet. I was doing a little bit of doing a little bit of MetaMask stuff last night, and there we go. I can show you let me connect my wallet. Oh, I have to go through this again. Hold on, guys. No, it's still giving me a fit. It likes to do that sometimes. But anyhow, you'll have your miners down here, your active miners, your length, start day, end day, the power, estimated TitanX, the T rank bonus. See the values that change are in green, and you're going to get every miner earns T rank bonus from the other miners coming in behind it. So there's that. Here's the cost that you spent for the miner, the current value, based on the cost of TitanX plus, it's the estimated TitanX plus the T rank bonus would be the value. Okay, and the value of TitanX goes up and down every day, and your ROI. All right, and then your progress. There's your progress over here. And then you can share it, and we'll get into that a little bit. Okay, and then over here you'd have your claimable miners, ones that have been matured and need to be claimed. Something you can do. I don't know if it was done on purpose, but you don't need to. A miner that is claimable for 7 days, maybe you have a 7-day grace period, it will still accrue T rank bonuses. And I have let mine accrue T rank bonus for 7 days, and then I end them, and I just get a little bit, but hey, it's something. And then here's a history of ended miners, which is pretty cool. I really like that. All right, and here's the staking section. Again, I'm not going to be able to show you a stake that I have, but when you're ready to stake, this is where you go. You connect your wallet, stake, put in the amount, the number of days. I just do 3,500. Bear in mind that we will have the ability to burn stakes. At some point, we'll have the ability to burn stakes. So you might want to break up your stakes into, like, if you're going to stake 1 billion TitanX, why not do several So we break it up into several little stakes, because then you don't have to burn one big one if you follow that. Okay, so you put the amount, the date, and then here is below is going to be your active, claimable, and your ended stakes. Payouts. Sip of coffee here. So this is where you go to see your payouts for the different cycles. You just got to have your wallet connected, and then you can see that. And you can see that there's another really TitanX.watch. I'll show you that site where you can see all your payouts. That's pretty cool. And then 888. Oh, here is the amount, like for the next 8-day payout. There's $114,000 sitting there. We're 50% through, so it's going to pay out on day 96. And depending on your share of this pool, depends on how much of this $114,000 you're going to get in your wallet in Ethereum. Okay, there's $5 million in the 369-day payout pool, like 2,400 ETH. Cool stuff. Here's the buy and burn we were talking about when we were reading the white paper. There is 6,000 Ethereum in the V2 buy and burn. And there's some details down here. Current swap is 3.33 ETH, callable every 60 minutes. It started out at 8 minutes, and we dialed it back to 60 minutes. I think we're trying to drop the price to shake out people, the non-true believers. That's what I think is happening. Jake is a very intelligent man, and he's surrounded by other intelligent men, and he knows what he's doing, in my opinion. And this will be turned back up, I think. I'm pretty certain at some point. There is so much happening in this ecosystem right now. So many changes. I think we just need to wait and see. In the V1, there's 4,400 Ethereum. 10 million bucks sitting there in the buy and burn. $10 million of economic energy that is going to be used to buy TitanX off the market and burn it out of existence. And 14 million in the V2. Now, there's only one tab we're going to look at under more, which is stats. Guys, this has changed so much in the last few weeks. This TitanX supply buy and burn used to be, it's 37%. It was like 56%. The staked, I don't know it probably has changed a lot because there's a new whale playing in the system, and his name is DRAGONX. And then the liquid we saw it at one time, it was like 3 or 4% liquid. I mean, look at this, guys. 37% of this token has been burned. That's cool. Okay, we got 19% liquid that's sitting in people's wallets. Why has it increased from 5 to 19? Because there are projects coming out that you're going to need TitanX for to participate. All right, and there's the stats over here. There's 8 trillion liquid, 17. Yeah, that is trillion. 17 trillion staked. And then there's the penalties and the user burned. I don't know why there is a 23 billion user burn, but there is. 15 trillion has been bought and burned. And then the LP, like whenever you swap, that there is a burn mechanism built into that also. All right, let's go to tool. Under tools, there are 2 that we're going to look at. Share is really cool. Okay, you can browse around these different tabs, but I'm just going to show you this one here. This is real-time data. This value right here is real-time data. And what you can do, like you can tweet this. You can say, well, in your tweet, 351,000 worth of TitanX has been bought and burned. And then you click here and share it on your socials. Cool stuff. And you can customize it. Like when you share it, you can make it look like it came from you. All right. And then we're going to look at the calculator. Here's the mining calculator. We already kind of reviewed a lot of that. But the staking calculator is where I like to have a look at. Oh, like I said, there's a new player in the system, and I haven't looked at this in a while. I always look at the it's preset to 1 million. I always take it up to 1 billion max length. Okay, so if you stake 1 billion TitanX on the 369 day payout, it's going to earn $341 the next 360. So that's coming up in October. In the next 90 day, which we just had a 90 day, so that's why that's only $3. When's the 28 day? We must have just had a 28 day. Anyhow, there's the calculator, guys. And as a useful tool that Jake built like the first week. Yeah. Any questions? Pop them in the chat. All right. Excuse me 1 second. All right. Mike Dean. You need to follow him on Twitter. You also need to subscribe to his YouTube channel. And all of this stuff is in the description of the video. I mean, all of these tools and a lot of the people that you can follow on Twitter. Okay. Mike Dean. I need to put the Telegram chats in there. I think I did, but okay. He developed this like the first week. You can see the launch day, the days since launch, actually, the number of miners, unique users. That's the number of unique wallets that are participating in the system, the ETH spent, and the unique users in the last 24 hours, 7 days, and 30 days. It's interesting because look how we really took off, and then it's kind of plateauing. But this thing ain't over. I'm going to tell you, this thing ain't over. Total of miners started by day is right here. And this is where you get the T rank bonuses. So I started some miners right here, and they have garnered a lot of T rank bonuses. Anybody that started right here, you have garnered T rank bonuses from all of these miners. There was a lull right here, and then we picked up, and we had a really good run. Why did it pick up? Because the price was up, so it was more effective to start miners than it was to buy it, because it was very expensive at the time. And now it has been cheap for a couple of weeks, so there haven't been any miners. But guess when the best time to start miners was, or is? Right here. Why? Because there's less supply coming out. So in this time frame of whatever 20 days, in 280 days there will be very little supply coming out, which is a great time to have a miner mature, because in theory the price will be up. And of course, here's the Ethereum spent. Why is there a little bump right here? Because we had our 90-day payout to the stakers. And those stakers were taking their Ethereum and starting miners. And the same thing happened back here. We had a double payout. We had a 56-day and we had a 28-day. We had a 28-day and an 8-day right here. And people were starting miners with their Ethereum. Here is the minted supply. Remember I told you we had a big day on the 18th. And then here's today right now. And then you can see the future supply down here. I'm going to show you some interesting things on this, one of these other tabs about future supply. And it's basically, you can see it right here. I mean, look, we are here. And look at the supply coming out. The other graphic shows it better, but I mean, if you have miners ending right here, you're going to be holding the Titan that people are going to have to buy if they want to hold Titan. And down here are the all-time stakes. You can see people are doing 2,888 days, but more are doing the 3,500. Here is the payouts: 820, 890, 369, and it shows you the days, number of days left. We have 20 days until the next 28-day payout, and it shows you the exact date, which is pretty cool. And then the same for all the rest. Okay, so take some time and look through this. There is another here, 3 more tabs, And you get these, but you get them off by channel, or you can just go to Dune and type in TitanX and then just search through and find these guys. Here's the buy and burn. And this one also shows the buy and burn in USD. I think that's it for this one. Yeah, that's the unique one about this tab is the buy and burn. You can actually see how much TitanX has been burned. You can see right where we throttled it back to like 30 minutes and then it was an hour. So we're burning less. Here's the price over time. Day 91. More payout cycles on this Dune chart. But there's something down here that we need to see, which is, look at this. Net inflation. You've got, okay, look at the little black circle right here. The green is inflation, and above this line is the green, which shows inflation. Below the line is deflation. And that black circle shows you where we are for inflation or deflation. So like back here, we had a big inflation day. Well, naturally. And then here is, what day is this? Day 83. We had a big deflation. That was the day the DRAGONX launched. DRAGONX, we'll talk about, but it's the largest staker in the ecosystem right now. So we had, and it's, when you stake, you're burning TitanX. And so we had a big day of deflation. And then just a few days ago, we had another day of deflation. And there's all this data in here that you can geek out on. And I have done that. I recommend you just spend some time gazing through these charts. If you're a data head like me, you'll enjoy it. There is 146 trillion mintable over the next 280 days. And here's that August 3rd. August 3rd is going to be a day of hyperinflation. You know, let's go back to this one. I want to look at this. I want to see if, all right, here's day January 18th. That's 2.3 trillion. And then we've got here day August 3rd, which is 11. So there is another big day. And then the following, what do we got here? Okay, so we got some inflation days coming. And I think, yeah, we're done with that one. Move on to this one. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. But look at this, guys. This is the only little chart we're going to look at in this one. But here is where we are. I mean, we're in this period of hyper inflation, and then we're going to go to very, very reduced supply. And then there's going to be a big influx on August 3rd, which will be a bump in the road. A bump in the road to wealth. How about that? Thank you to all 3 people that are in here. This is for you guys. Here's a calculator you can use. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but the link is in the description. Basically, with this calculator, you can estimate, you can include the T rank to estimate the end of your miner. But I've got another little calculator in my sheet right here that you can use as well. But what's neat about this calculator is that you can put in your variables and then log it down here so you can do some comparisons. It's pretty fun. TitanX.watch. You gotta go to this one. This is this has proven to be a very valuable site because not only because of the colors, but because of the data that you can see. And you can send this guy like 0.002 ETH, like 25 bucks worth or 20 bucks worth now, to get more information from this site, you know, by connecting your wallet. So on this site, you can see the number. Well, actually, I'll start over here. There's a home button, which we're at right now. There's Elite. There's an Explorer. There's stakes. You can see all the stakes being started. This is where you hook your wallet up. I think either that one or the user, and there's a calendar, and then DRAGONX. So you can see the miners, the users. There have been 505 active users in the last 24 hours, 36 new stakes in the last 24 hours. There's a link over to DRAGONX number, the amount spent on mining, $109 million spent on mining, let's call it 18 million spent on staking, 51 million spent on buy and burn, and so on. And the data on this TitanX.watch has just been increasing and becoming more juicy. And we're, down below, you can see all the miners that are being started. Like this guy, F74, started a bunch of 120-day miners. So they're going to end May. They're going to mature May 26. So he spent 487 and they're worth 650. So you got 33% ROI. He did a bunch. Okay, and this guy here, he did a 280-day, a 10 power. He spent 48 and it's worth 121. Oh, this guy, I think he biffed it. He did a 10, February 6th. Yikes. He spent $44 and it's worth 6. Ouch. Kind of interesting to watch. And you can watch the stakes being started also. Okay, pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat. All right, now we're going to review my my calculators. But honestly, we're going to skim over all of them pretty much because we're going to look at two. One, this one being this one, and another one that I just worked on and I just built yesterday. There is a video on my channel that walks you through all of these, and then each little calculator, like each little tab, has its own video tutorial about how to use it. So now this was actually made by Mike Dean. Here's his YouTube and his Twitter. Like day one, it cost 0.2 ETH to start a miner. You can mint 8 million per day. The EAA was 10%, 3,500 T-rank bonus, share price 800. Okay, that was day one. Here's the 8-day payout. This calculator actually helps you if you want to start if you want to start a miner to participate in the 8-day payout, then you actually need to end it on this day. Okay. And it's supposed to help you with that, but I don't see how I think I must have messed with the formula. So I need to fix that. But let's look at today, and then we're going to talk about, we'll see where we're at today. Today is the 27th. It costs now 2.21 ETH to get 5.8 mintable per day. EAA is 7.4, T-rank 2,500. We're not even to the original 2,200, which is I think is cool. Share price is 822, and we're on day 91. Oh, I thought we were on day 91. Another bug in this sheet. All right, now look at this. You've got two payouts coming up on the 16th of February, an 8-day and a 28-day. All right, and that's annotated right over here. Now let's keep going down. I want to show you one thing. There's another 828. The 828s are a constant duplicate, but I'm going to show you something cool in October, and that's not just this. So the EAA ends on October 12th, and then look at this glut of payouts in October. Starting on October 21st, we got an 8 and a 90. And then on the 25th, we have a 28-day, 29th, 90, 30th, our first 369-day payout. So if you start a miner today and max it out, you will encompass all of these payouts. Why? Because people are going to take their gains from these payouts and they're going to start miners, in theory, which will increase your T-rank bonuses. Okay. All right. Also, if you wanted to start a miner to end before this, so you could stake it and earn these payouts, you could do that also. Here's a little calculator that helps you decide whether to mine or buy or mine. Here's one that will show you the staking yield. All right. And this is a snapshot in time of what it was back in December. It was really juicy. Let me hide this right here. T rank bonus tracker. So you can put your T ranks in here, and every week or month, whatever, and track and see what the bonus is and the total is. There's a freedom calculator, and this one is really cool because you put in your expenses for a month. It estimates them what you're going to need for 3 years, like if we went to a 3-year bear market, and then how much you'd like to invest in something else. Now, how much do you need to pull out from your crypto based upon what you did today? The value of your crypto today, how much would you need to exit with to meet certain goals? And what would that be in X's, which is really cool. You can estimate a T rank bonus. Here's a position calculator. So what you do is you put in the mintable supply, which is on one of these Dune charts, total staked, total liquid. That's the total. And these numbers are not up to date. You put in your total and it will show you your position. And this changes automatically. And I just built this yesterday. So what you can do is you can say, like, Prairie Banana likes to buy a position in something. I don't care to buy some of the larger archaic tokens, for example, because that's great. But, I'm going to be like a shell in those tokens. I would rather buy I want to be like a whale would be great, or a shark, or a dolphin, and those are the positions that I would strive for. This can help me do that. All right. So what you can do is you can say, this is basically just a copy of this position calculator right here. But if you're looking at a token, you can say, what's the price here? How much do I have to spend? What is the supply? That might be the tricky one to estimate or find. But then you can say, okay, if I spend $1,000 on this token with this supply, I can get a dolphin position. Yeah, just a handy calculator. Then you got a 100x calc, just a moon math calc, and a recycling tracker if you really want to get into the weeds. And this just means like compounding. So here's round 1, initial miner, and then round 2 and 3 would be the yield from those. And then there is a 7-day miner pause, which is kind of cool. Remember I told you, at the end a miner for 7 days, but it's very tricky because after 7 days, you're going to lose 1%. And after that, I did it this week and it was a little bit of a nail biter. It's like, Perry, you better not forget, you got to end this thing. So you put in your initial, your estimated, the mature date, and then the T rank bonus at the end, and it calculates for you how much additional, and you might get like 1%. And that was a true story. I get like 1%. And then buying time, honestly, I don't remember what this one is all about. So, but there should be a video, and there's not even a video because I haven't gotten to it yet. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end here. Okay, we're going to start talking about some new projects. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not totally up to speed on all of these, but I'm going to tell you what I know. And again, I'm going to show you a page where you can see the website, Twitter, Telegram, and Whitepaper for many of these tokens. This one here, the first one, got myself. Got to share the screen. This one here is Titan Legends. These, if you're into NFTs, you can buy an NFT and it burns Titan. DRAGONX, this launched last week. This one is cool. All right. Basically, we need to talk about this one because this one is a big player in this ecosystem. What it does is, now, for another 4 days, you can send, for every one TitanX that you send to this contract, you will get one DRAGONX. Okay, it's 1-to-1 for another 4 days. After that, it's going to be 1 to 0.95. And this is over after 84 days. No more DRAGONX will be created after 84 days. And we're already down 8 or 9. I think we're down 9 days. Did you see my colors change? That's because my night shift is off. So you send one TitanX, you get one DRAGONX. What happens? And why would you do that? Because DRAGONX is a deflationary token. Only so much is going to be created. So far, 2.2 trillion has been created. So what the DRAGONX contract does with that TitanX is it stakes it. Okay. It stakes it in a large stake. It's a max length, 3,500 days. It saves up 100 billion. Okay. Once this gets to 100 billion, the contract will trigger. This is all automatic. Okay. And again, this code was audited too. This is a leverage play on TitanX, which is a leverage play on Ethereum. So once this gets to 100 billion, it's going to stake. It's going to make another stake. Okay. But if there's only, after 8 days, there's only 43 billion in here, it's still going to stake it. So every 8 days, it starts to stake no matter what. Why? Because it wants to participate in that 8-day payout. So what happens is there's a payout on, because this thing is just, because it's a staker, it participates in all the payouts. So in the next 8-day payout, it's going to have Ethereum in its wallet. What's it going to do with that? It's going to buy more TitanX with 45%, with 45% of that Ethereum. It's going to buy TitanX and stake it, making its staking position even larger. With another 45%, it's going to buy TitanX, burn it for DRAGONX, and then it burns the DRAGONX. I kid you not. That's how this contract is like a TitanX DRAGONX burning machine. I'm not a little excited about it. And you can read all about it. There's a white paper. There is a link to a interview with the founder in the description of this video. Okay, that's DRAGONX. And then here is a white paper for HELIOS. TitanX.hub. All of the projects are cataloged right here by Mike Dean. Thank you, Mike Dean. The dude is a gem. Builds all this stuff practically for free. And here it is, guys. TitanX up here at the top. Well, it's already launched. Here's the white paper, Telegram, Twitter. I don't know what this is. Probably the website. It's utility and so on. Okay, and here's DRAGONX. It's already launched. Titan of Legends launched, and all of these other ones are going to be launched in the future. And this is the latest one, PULSAR. No white paper yet, but do these founders a favor and follow them on Twitter. Join their Telegram. Talk about their products as you learn about them. And let's get people into these tokens because they're only going to burn TitanX. And if you hold TitanX, you want it to burn. Here's a link. I'm just like demonstrating to you the white paper for TITANXMARKET. And the token on that one is KINGX. Now, give me a second here. Make sure I'm not missing anything because I have done that in the past. Okay, we're going to go straight. We're almost done, guys. We're going to get, I'm going to review my description here. We're going to talk a little bit about strategy, and then we're going to basically wrap it up after that. So here is the links to the white paper. It's all right here, but something that's not on that sheet on TitanX.hub is links to the interviews. So here they are for the various projects. So you can see the founder and you can hear men talk about what this project is. And it goes on, it goes on. Follow these people on Twitter. The Prairie Banana, Jake Sharp, Crypto Kindness. You guys gotta follow these guys. I mean, if you're interested in this system, you're gonna learn from these people. Mackenzie, she's very active on Twitter. Plan A, Richie Beat. There are others I'm sure I've forgotten. Oh, like Mike Dean. Follow him on Twitter. Steve at Crypto GRFX has done a master course. It's excellent. there's his email. You can email him if you want coaching. He does coaching, or you can buy his master course. Join other Titans on Telegram. There you go, Telegram group. Here are some YouTube channels that you should sub to. Crypto Kindness is probably the OG guy in the whole TitanX system. You need to sub to him. Crypto GRFX produces content. Mike Dean, he records a Twitter space that Plan A does every Sunday. Records it on his YouTube channel. Crypto Audie King does really short videos. Smooth and Crypto does practically a daily on TitanX. Honest Crypto is interesting. I think he's, yeah. Genuine Real Mo, another interesting gentleman. The Verse, don't miss his stuff on TitanX. He is he's good. Crypto Pride's another dandy. Stunner Breezy is funny. Loves Titan. Crypto Perfetta, super smart dude. Okay, he's a Titan. The Bartertown Conglomerate does a good job. Joe Parrish Crypto has become a fan of Titan as well, and he has like 100 billion subs. And so we're happy to have him in the group. Dune Charts. Here's a link to all the Dune Charts, other useful stuff. TitanX.watch, TitanXhub.com. Here is the mining calculator. Here's a link to Jake Sharp reading the white paper himself. Deck Screener. If you don't have a wallet, got to show you guys my wallet. I like the Trezors. There's a link to, I'm a Trezor affiliate, and I just asked him for, I'm like, hey, I'll pitch your product because I like it. And here's the link. If you want to buy a Trezor, you can use this link right here. Here's a link to the spreadsheet that I just showed you. The calculator overview, which is the spreadsheet overview. And, MEV blocker, always, that's in. We're going to review that. And then my tip jar. That's it for the video description. Lots of good stuff in there. Don't overlook the opportunities to get, connect with other, with content creators out here and learn from us. All right, strategies. Let's talk about some strategies. Oh boy, short-term miners was the way to go like 2 months ago. But now we need to go longer. Why? Because your ROI is going down. It's gone down a lot. Doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity to crush it in TitanX or in this ecosystem. So we need to do what we would call more like a medium to long-term miner right now. And one thing I learned from Crypto Audie King is if you spread them out, then as they mature and as the cycle goes up and down, you're more likely to catch pumps where you can do whatever you want with. Okay. What do you do when a miner matures? What do you do with the yield? What do you do with the TitanX? Well, you could take your profit, you could stake some, you could swap it for Ethereum and start more miners. It's totally up to you. And you can just do ratios. Some people have taken the T-rank bonuses and staked that and then compounded the rest of the TitanX. I think we talked about that. Start 281. Hold on. Reading my notes. All right. There's something key that we need to talk about. We're wrapping it up, guys. I think Hyper may not launch in February. I got that from Watch. He's right here. Let me look at him. What's his name? Give me a second, guys. Watch the Bartertown Conglomerate talk about DRAGONX. I think it was this week. And he mentions in there minute 17 or so that he thinks that Hyper, okay, if you're not familiar, Jake Sharp launched Titan knowing that he was going to launch Hyper afterwards. But now it's become two protocols, Hyper and Shogun, okay? And I think what's happened is since there has been so much activity and so much development on top of Titan that he is postponing the launch of those tokens. I don't know that for a fact, but I speculate that that is true. We thought he was going to launch in February. It may not be until March, during that period of low inflation. And he would do it for a certain reason. The reason would be to benefit the system, which will benefit the holders, you and I. Okay. So Hyper may not launch until mid to late April. You are going to need Titan to participate in Hyper. Hyper is going to be very similar to Titan in that, like in Titan, you take your Ethereum and start miners, Titan miners. In Hyper, you would take TitanX. This is how I think it's supposed to work now. It might be DRAGONX, who knows? But you would take your TitanX and swap it and start miners in the Hyper system with TitanX. And it's, it's no doubt going to burn. It's going to burn that TitanX. That's the purpose of Hyper. The purpose of Shogun is to burn stakes. That's about it. So you might want to plan some miners to end in April, something like that. Might be a good idea. Who knows? Take profit during the bull run, guys. Hey, Joey, good to see you in here from China. Yay. Welcome. I like that. 7 people in here. Good. I know a bunch watch after this recording, and that's great. Take profit during the bull, guys. Don't be holding these bags through a bear market. I made that mistake. Actually, I bought the top. So I actually did make that mistake. But don't hold your bags through another bull market. Exit at the top. When is the best time to exit? Who knows? Okay, somebody almost got scammed by a scammer posing to be the Prairie Banana. I will never ask you for your seed phrase. And I have a blue check mark on my Twitter now. When you're transacting, use an MEV blocker. It's on the DApp. You want to use an MEV blocker because it will prevent you from being sandwich attacked. And you can read all about that on YouTube. Focus, people are down in the mouth right now because the price is not what they expected it to be. And I always encourage you to focus on accumulation, not the price. Focus on getting your tokens. You will thank me later, like this year or 2025. Make good reminders for your stakes and your miners. Get the word out on your socials. Tell your friends about this project. I think it's going to go bananas. Jump in the Telegram, but bounce. Make sure you don't end up in the wrong Telegram. You can end up in a scammer Telegram. So bounce off the DApp to find the Telegram group, and bounce off TitanXHub.com for the other Telegram groups. Join those Telegram groups. Learn about these other opportunities in the TitanX. Like right now, I have miners maturing over the next month, 2, 3, and I have a plan written. I'm going to just show you guys. I have a written plan. Okay. I'm going to hide a little bit of this, but it's on paper. I have a plan for my TitanX because we have projects coming out and I plan to participate, not in all of them. And I can't, but I am going to participate and in these new projects. Start at Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. If you have any inkling that you want to start a YouTube channel, do it. Watch Titan videos or any crypto videos to 70% because the algo looks for that. Join Steve's masterclass if you want to really get into TitanX and learn exactly how it works. When you're tweeting, use #TitanX, $TitanX, and #build on TitanX. I'll do this class again next Saturday. So if you become an expert in the next week and you see people in the Telegram or wherever and they're clearly new, point them in my direction and I will do this presentation for them. Or you can send them to an old video. But this is an opportunity for you to interact if you wish. Now, here's something that I stated at the beginning of the video. If ETH doubles, the cost to start a miner will also double. But it will also burn 2 times more Titan. Now, I think that's about it. Are there any questions? Any questions? Give it just 1 second, and then we're going to cut out. What time are we at? An hour and a quarter. Excellent. And we have 5 people in here. This is great, guys. Guys, I enjoy doing this presentation, especially for the new people coming in. If you have any feedback, like Prairie, you skip this, or you really should talk about more about this, please let me know. You can let me know in the comments. You can reach out on my Twitter or in Telegram. I'm Prairie Banana on both those platforms. But if you just wanted to leave a comment in the video, that's fine too. I'm not here to create a massive channel, although that would be fine. I'm here to help you guys. And if I need to know something, be a gent and let me know. And with that, how do I feel about, great question, Joey. I'm glad you asked. How do I feel about DRAGONX? I'm super excited about DRAGONX. I'm not going to hide my excitement about it because literally it's a deflationary token, just like TitanX is. But is it going to deflate more or less than TitanX? I don't know. I have a hunch. This is pure speculation. It only launched last week. I have a hunch it's going to deflate faster than TitanX. That's not financial advice. That's just me thinking out loud. I think it will. I don't have any basis for that, but it's also a leverage play on TitanX. So let me show you this. Let's see if I can illustrate this. You have 3 tokens. You have 3 tokens. You have Ethereum, TitanX, and DRAGONX. And as Ethereum goes up, TitanX will go up more in theory. This is Ethereum. As Ethereum goes up, TitanX will go up more, and DRAGONX will go up even more. That's, I think, how it would work in theory. And that Joey, you can be the only person that I post a question on or a comment on the screen during the whole show. I have the same feeling because the supply is quite different. Ooh, well, the supply of TitanX is more. You're just going to have to find some content to help answer. Ask that question in the Telegram group because you think the supply is quite different. Ask that question in the Telegram group. I am not posing to be an expert at crypto. I just love TitanX, and I'm showing you guys what I happen to know, and it's not. I don't know the answer to that. But I think that I know that the supply of TitanX is greater than the supply of DRAGONX. TitanX can always be created. DRAGONX can be created until day 84, and that's coming up. It'll be here before we know it, and after that, no more can be created. It will only be burned. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, we're gonna close this thing out. Thank you for joining me. Hit the like button, subscribe. I don't create a lot of other content, but what I do create, I like to think it's valuable. And yeah, guys, have a great day. We'll see you around the block. Bye.